Before the scorching sun rose, the desert was still cold. A soft hoo, hoo breeze drifted gently over the golden waves of sand. In that quiet silence, the little camel calf Zarin stood beside his mother, seeing the distant world for the very first time. Mother Camel Sahra wrapped him close and said, "This desert is harsh, but if you learn to find your own path, you will discover its beauty." Zarin didn't fully understand, but his eyes sparkled with wonder. By noon, the sky suddenly turned dark. From far away came the shoo-shoo sound of a rising sandstorm. When a storm hits during a journey, everyone risks losing their way. Even though the leader camel stood in a straight line, Zarin felt terrified. As the storm struck, Sahra covered her son with her own body. Zarin shut his eyes and trembled, whispering, "Mom, will I get lost?" Sahra replied softly, "I am right here." The warmth of his mother's body and the roar of the storm outside became a powerful memory he would never forget. When the storm finally settled, they realized Zarin had fallen far behind the group. The wind still whispered, gently shifting the sand. Sahra searched for him tirelessly, refusing to stop. Zarin stood by a tall dune, crying. Night fell, and the desert grew cold. The soft saw, saw sound of the wind filled the silent air. Countless stars glittered above. Lying beside his mother, Zarin asked her, "Mom, why is the desert so big?" Sahra looked up at the sky and said, "So that we learn to find our way, so that we learn to trust ourselves." Zarin stared quietly at the stars. Slowly, courage began to grow inside him. That night, he understood for the first time that even though the desert seemed frightening, it held a strange and peaceful beauty. He wondered, "Did Mom leave me behind?" It was the first time he felt the fear of being truly alone. Just then, from far away, he heard a familiar call. "Gra! Room! Sahra!" Zarin ran and buried his face into her chest. Tears shone in Sahra's eyes, but her voice was steady. "I will never leave you." At dawn, the caravan began its journey toward a new city. The desert air carried a gentle jeer, jeer sound. Zarin no longer felt afraid. He walked confidently among the group, right beside his mother. At the end of the journey, the leader camel announced, "From today, Zarin will lead us forward. He has learned to conquer fear." Zarin looked at his mother in surprise. Sahra smiled proudly and said, "See, the desert is shaping you into who you are meant to be." Zarin gazed up at the sky as a soft breeze passed over him. The desert was no longer something to fear. It was now his home.